Hi everybody, it's Jenny Craig with your emotional intelligence tips of the week. This week we're focusing on taking exquisite care of your heart, your own feeling center. You know, anytime you have an experience, it goes in through your brainstem, through your feeling center, to your rational thought. So before we have any thought, it has to go through our emotions. And when you think about it, your thoughts are what become your words, and your words translate into your behaviors, and your behaviors translate into your habits, which then translate into your life. So what an important thing to learn is how to monitor your own feeling center and learn to take exquisite care of it. Today's first tip is to think of your feeling center as having a gauge. Just like a car has a gas tank, it's a responsibility of the driver to make sure you have enough gas to get to where you need to go. So if you don't and it runs out, then it just stops. It doesn't, things go wrong. You can't get to your appointment or wherever fun you wanted to go because you need to go and refill. And it's the same thing for us as being humans. Although when our feeling center runs low, that's when we end up getting depressed. That's when we get anxious. It gets too low, your body will just shut down and you end up getting sick. And then you have to lay there and take good care of yourself before you can get up and go out and be of service again. And so when we think about being humans in the world, we know that we're here to be of service, to go and give to others. But the truth is we need to fill ourselves up so we're authentically giving to others. And so I'm a visual person, so I want to share with you my visual way of reminding myself to fill myself up. So this is a representation of my heart. It's my heart center. And I have filled it up with all kinds of jewels, all kinds of gifts, just like you have a very unique, wonderful, or many wonderful gifts to give to this world. If you think of them being filled in your heart here, so I'm overflowing. I have so much overflowing in my heart because I've taken great care and honored my own specific gifts that I have so much to give. So now I'm overflowing and I have some to give to you. So I can give you this and I don't need it back. I give it with no judgment and no expectation. I gave it because I've been given this gift to give and now it's yours. But lots of drama happens in the world, and you know where it comes from? Us not filling up our own tanks. Well, the first drama happens when we expect other people to fill up our tank for us. Well, that gives other people the power to make us happy. When in truth, we can be overflowing. We can take great care of ourselves and not give somebody else that power, that capacity. If you ever had somebody in your life, it's kind of like they go and they take your energy and your gifts and they're like, oh, give me, I need. And it's like you're getting smothered by that person and you're like, and you try to run away. Well, that's because that person hasn't learned to take good care of their own emotional tank. And that's okay because we need to learn that. Emotional intelligence tools are things that we know we can learn. Your IQ is pretty set, but your EQ, your emotional intelligence, is able to be raised. And it's so important because that's how we will learn to relate to others. So thinking about those people when, they'll say, give me, I need, and all of a sudden, all this energy is flowing everywhere. All your gifts are all over the place. Your tank's running low. Their tank's running low. That's where all the drama and relationships happen because somebody, and if not both of us, aren't taking care of filling up our own tanks. Oftentimes we can go through struggles in life and it's like we get a hole in our tank. So we have to learn to go and fill it and then make sure it keeps getting filled. And every part of our life, it's kind of like every 5 years we grow. And as kids, we can see that we're physically growing. But as adults, we grow as well. So learning what our emotional needs are and how we take care of those emotional needs makes a tremendous difference. So things that I love to do as a kid, I still love to color. In creation, in neurology, they think it comes from our feeling center. So we're honoring our feeling center. If we go color, we go paint, whatever it is that we do that creates, we honor that space inside of us. And that's one of the ways I fill up my tank. But you know what? It takes a lot to get filled up in there so that I'm overflowing. So I look into and take care of myself every day. So today's tip, it might seem weird if you've never done it, but I want you to try it for several days in a row, and I bet you start hearing something. And it's simply take your hand, put it on your heart, close your eyes, and say to your heart, how are you today? And today I'm excited and grateful. That's how I'm in this moment, because I'm excited and grateful to share this. Other times I can be irritable, I can be angry, I can be cranky. I have the full range of human experiences just as you do. And so I will also talk to my heart and say, what can I do for you today? And sometimes it's take some extra time outside in nature. Sometimes it's having a special meal. Sometimes it's making sure I get a good belly laugh, so seeking out laughter in my day every day. There's all kinds of different things, and I have a whole list of ways I take exquisite care of my heart. But today, in this quick tip, I want you to think about giving yourself the responsibility for filling up your own heart, and at least taking the time each day to check in with yourself, to see how you're feeling, and to hear what's going to take good care of you. And it's okay if you're sitting there and you're like, I don't feel anything, I don't hear anything, I don't feel anything, I don't know. It's okay. You're practicing, you're learning. And when you were learning to walk, and you started out crawling, and when you were crawling around and you started to get up and learning to walk and you stumbled and you fell, it's not like everyone said, well, you didn't get it perfect the first time. It's the same thing in learning emotional intelligence. Because if you haven't checked in there before, it's going to be new. It's going to feel different. It's going to feel weird. It might feel funky. And then it'll start showing up. You'll start noticing, just checking into yourself, how you feel. So that's the first tip. And check in with me tomorrow, because we'll be going over ways that you can discover and learn to fill up your own tank. So if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and leave in the comments some of the ways that you've learned to take great care, exquisite care, not just great care, exquisite care, that you know how important it is that your feelings affect everything in your life. So it affects your experience in life, it affects everybody in your relationship within your life. It affects your success, because if you don't believe in yourself, then you won't be able to move forward. So in the moment that you begin to believe in yourself, the more you'll be able to get the energy needed to keep going. So it so matters. You matter. So take some time, learn to start listening to your heart. Listen to how you feel. Don't judge it. And start figuring out, do I need to fill up my tank today? Am I overflowing? If I need to fill up, what am I going to do? If I'm overflowing, what gifts can I go share today? So thanks so much, and I'll look forward to seeing you in our next tip.